top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Canes about to kick it away and get this season started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll start this drive going to the air. The quick out. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll give it to the back. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? He's now up to 64 yards on the ground in the 1st quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they got it at the 35.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Randolph. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch.
He's got it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Makes one man miss. Got enough for the first. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
It's complete to the right, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Touchdown, TCU! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Buys a little time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it on the outside. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
He'll throw on third down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And I'm not surprised with the blitz, right? 3rd and inches, everything in you tells you they're going to run the football. I'm coming after you. They decided to throw the football. Surprise to me, surprise to everybody, I guess except the defense, because they were ready and they got the sack.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Wide receiver going in motion. Wilson to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Jefferson. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Back to pass. Throws to the back. It's complete. Racing down the left side. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season?
Sends it downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
Toss to the outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, TCU! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wilson will throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do...
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play, and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Here's the pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Right on the money. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Direct snap. And
running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Handoff to the single back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Love to see this on offense early in drives, getting that kind of yardage. Head of the chains.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the middle. It's Ezukama. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ezukama. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team?
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Moving away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Going to the ground. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wideout. Wilson to pass. He uncorks one deep. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. And the Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He'll start this drive firing. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a 1st down.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now improvising. That's caught. It's Moore. Oh, what a caught! Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wilson will throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Blasted as he lets it go.
A really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Now, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a 1-score game. Now in the 2nd half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And and the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The Hurricanes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Motion from the wide receiver. Wilson to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jefferson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Ezukama. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air, using the quick game. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking to throw again. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And wings it incomplete. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a shot. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. And it'll be down right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Set to kick this one.
Got a little space.
The return runs it out to the 30. And the TCU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmaker.
There he goes. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Might as well give it to him again. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Defense looks like they're coming. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Ezukama. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Release to the back. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hip.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And the Horned Frogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Army is just getting blown off the field right now, and I was there for the 0-13 season back in the day. This one will sting almost as much, just brutal. They're trailing by 21 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He uncorks a bullet to the right.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Trying the left side. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll give it to him again. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
He's taking the shot. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Brought down at the 30 on the return, and this defense has set them up in scoring position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They give it to him again. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wilson will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes,